Hey everyone, before we get started on today's video, if you didn't use a referral code when you signed up to drive for Uber, it is not too late to get a bonus of up to $1,000. You can use my code right now and you could get that bonus. It depends on when you signed up. It could be $500, could be $800, it literally could be $1,200. But you could literally just get that money right in your account just because you did give the rides then, but you didn't use a referral code. So real quick, here's how you do it. First, open your Uber driver app. Next, click the photo or the 3 lines in the corner. Click earnings. Then click help or question mark. Click account and payment. Then referrals. Now this is the most important step. Make sure you don't mess this one up. Click invited driver, report my missing or incorrect referral. Then click send a message. Type in my invite code. It's G4QA5UE. Guess who your friend's name is? Mr. Gregory Wave. That's right, your homie for life. Phone number 815-847-0184. And the email is gregwave@yahoo.com. In the details, just say my good pal Greg referred me to drive for Uber or something like that, and they'll take care of you. So check it out, guys. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Rideshare Hub. I'm your host, Greg Wave. I have a quick video for you guys today about airport drop-off and pickup. I have lived in different regions where this is actually really confusing, and that's why I want to touch on this, because in your market, if you're watching this from a market with a great airport, hey, count your blessings. But in a lot of markets, it can be kind of confusing. So as usual, guys, you know the drill. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, hear more, subscribe, and we will update you guys. So I've done 3 different airports, well, 4 for a city that has 2. And most of the time, it's pretty straightforward, but a lot of times it's not, and a lot of times it does suck. So I did some driving in Charlotte, North Carolina, and that airport queue is rough because there is one terminal, and all the pickups are down there. Not even just ride sharing. Cabs are down there, family and friends are down there, buses, it's just chaos. So, probably shouldn't share this with you guys, but I kind of already said it in another video, so I'm going to say it. In that market, what I did all the time if it was backed up is I would call them and ask them to meet me at the departures, which was the upstairs. And most of the time they would agree because it would save them like 30 minutes of time. It would save me like 30 minutes of time. It just made sense. And I did it for a while. I did eventually get a warning from a cop, and he said if I did it again, I'd get a ticket. I never did try again, so I don't know if he was like bluffing or not, but you know, whatever. I would say don't do that though. Let's go ahead and avoid that, okay? If you want to be sneaky like that, just know that you could get some consequences. So generally, it's pretty self-explanatory. For the market I'm in here in Phoenix, there is 3 different terminals. And the really, really confusing thing about these pickups here, and it took me a while to understand this, is you have Terminal 4, 3, and 2. From the airport lot, 4 is the closest, then it's 3, then it's 2. And what took me the longest time to understand is Phoenix also has a north and south side pickup. So the reason why it's confusing is a lot of the signs on the road aren't that good about telling you where to go. So a lot of times, sorry guys, bad itch. So a lot of times, like when I was first doing it, I was looping around and around the airport trying to find it. The other thing I kept forgetting is that, like, you would almost have to see it to understand, but there's an inner curb where normal people go to pick up, and there's an outer curb where Uber and Lyft drivers go to pick up. And that's for Terminal 4 and 3. And then in Terminal 2, everyone picks up at the same spot, but Terminal 2 isn't that popular. Terminal 2, if you watch my other airport video, is the confusing one where customers are never there. They're always somewhere, God knows. It drives me nuts, but I deal with it because I'm a good driver. But so for me, I would have to like really watch the signs. And that was something that was really hard for me to learn because I'm very, very bad at navigation in general. Like, I have to have a GPS. I can't remember how I get anywhere. And so I was relying on the GPS, but the problem is the GPS in the airport here does not work. It does not take you to the right place, and it does not take you to the customer. Like, it kind of shows where they're at, but it doesn't get you to the right place. So depending on your airport, I would say paying attention to the signs is going to be more important than anything. And really sticking to the right areas is going to be really important, because now it's gotten really structured to that all the passengers are just waiting in a big huddle in one spot, the rideshare pickup zone, in that terminal, obviously. But then in Charlotte, for instance, it wasn't like that. It was just one terminal, everyone's there, complete chaos. You know, a lot of times you'd have to merge like 4 lanes over at the last second to get to the pickup. A lot of times then a cop's screaming at you, telling you to circle back around, and then you're worried about getting canceled on. So some things to make it easier. If you are in a market like Charlotte, what I was a lot of times doing is I was pretty ballsy where, yeah, I would try and cut over like 3 lanes at once. But honestly, the right thing to do is stay in the right lane and just call them and let them know it's backed up. They can see it. They're going to understand. And again, this business is about tips. You got to try and play towards that. You know, don't play towards your time. You're barely making the money for your time anyways. You know, it's like imagine a waitress that was more concerned about her hours than her tips. It just wouldn't make sense, right? I look at it as the same way. This business is about tips. You got to cater towards your tips, not your actual fares. Keep that in mind that, you know, it's generally just go the safer route. It's probably the right thing to do. Now, as far as drop-offs are a lot easier. I think drop-offs are a lot more self-explanatory because you don't have to do it in a special Lyft or Uber place. It's pretty much just like dropping off, you know, your mom or your dad if they're going for a flight. But I've said this in a lot of other videos, a big thing is going to be helping people with their luggage. Whether I'm picking up or dropping off, I always help them with their luggage. And I always tell them, like, hey, thanks for, you know, taking this ride with me. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And the airport rides, picking up or dropping off, I've said this before, I just feel like I'm always getting tipped. You know, at least half the time I feel like I'm getting tipped. So it's going to be worth your time, guys. But yeah, the main things I've learned over the years is just, especially now, this wasn't as applicable a few years ago, really stick to where it says you're picking up at. Don't try and go to other terminals. Don't try and go to arrivals or departures or the opposite. It's just going to add a lot of confusion, and then it's going to take 20, 30 minutes for your customer to walk over to you. It's just not worth it in the long run. So yeah, guys, that's my quick airport video. Let me know what you guys think. Leave some comments if you guys have some video ideas or some questions that you guys want to hear about. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and be sure to subscribe to get some more content. See you later, guys.